what I'm really here for is to go inward and to deepen my kind of internal wisdom and check in with myself and get more clarity for myself. Practicing in the context of a community and other people who are committed to that practice, I think, is what makes it more real for me rather than doing it in isolation, I think.
Just grateful to be here with everybody, and the people I've met thus far have been so friendly and so kind.
I wanted to come to New Mexico because New Mexico has a history, the native people and the beautiful environment.
I think it's important to go on retreats like this to really reconnect with yourself, to have that moment of peace, to get some insights in your life, and to really get rid of the external clutter, or at least not pay it much attention.
So from this retreat, I hope to kind of find the foundation there to start anew.
Realizing that I think I'm going to be a much happier person when I learn to let things, the flow of my life, go without trying to control it. I can almost feel my body kind of resisting the idea of going into silence. That's kind of scary.
Slowing down and then letting things come up, and who knows what's going to come up, so it's a profound experience out here.
Not knowing exactly who I'm going to meet and where I'm going, and so just kind of feeling like I'm on a little bit of an edge.
I'm loving being back here. It brings my whole body, soul, heart alive. I love the aspens turning in fall. I love the sound of the river. To be awake, to be conscious, to be alive, bring a sense of presence that's very dynamic and connected with elements, with the rhythms of the day, the rhythms of the sun, to contact our own wild nature, which is often so lost in our lives, and all the stuff that usually bothers us in our lives just starts to melt away. It's like, oh, it's not that important. But we come to somewhere like this where it's very vast and untamed and spoilt. We just get a bigger perspective, a bigger picture. It's like we step outside of our small self and we come into a bigger perspective, a wiser, calmer, clearer perspective. I feel very free when I'm up here. I see my role here as really facilitating people's connection to the land and to nature. One of my motivations for this work is to encourage people, parents, children, to get out. The more we enter the wilderness or nature in any form, the more familiar and comfortable it is. And the less we do that, the less it feels other. In a similar way that mindfulness helps us learn to manage and regulate ourselves, our emotions, stress, anxiety. Nature, because we experience it through the senses and through the body, because of that, we're already less in our mind, we're less in our heads. And the more that we're in our body and the more that we're in our senses, there's a sense of groundedness.
My experience at this retreat was really extraordinary. I think silence is like a golden treasure.
Experience was a lot far beyond what I thought it was going to be. And I feel like I'm going home with a lot of tools, so I can take myself from being a very, very beginning meditator and hopefully move forward. What really amazed me is that I was able, or I feel like I was able to forge relationships with people that I've never had a conversation with.
This was a very different retreat than other retreats I've done. One of the things I realized, I have two loves.
It was wonderful. I feel like a different person. I feel completely at peace. I feel very just happy to the core of my being.
It's been quite a journey. I just had this sort of stillness and joy that I haven't felt in a long time. A lot of peace, yeah.